As United Methodist Nomads, we have been serving at the Lake Michigan Camp and Retreat Center in Pentwater, Michigan. Church camps and institutions around the country struggle to keep up with high costs of maintenance. Since Nomads provides skilled volunteer labor and their own room and board, their services are highly sought. The hosting agency provides a place to park and free hookups. The camp is located on Lake Michigan. It is nestled in a thick forest of trees. One need only to climb over a single vegetated sand dune to enjoy the lake. The camp makes this easy by providing stairs for the up and over climb. Beautiful sunsets await climbers most every night. Some campers stay in cabins. There are 16 of them. Some stay in one of the 30 tents. Each sleeps 6 to 8 campers. And others stay in their RVs. There are around 60 RV sites with either partial or full hookups. Our Nomads team is very ably led by Charles and Martha from York, Pennsylvania. Susan is from Clarkston, Michigan. Al and Peggy are from Washington, Illinois. Chris and Jennifer from Alvaton, Kentucky. And I have been living full-time in my VW camper van since selling my home in Missouri a year ago. Nomads travel a lot, driving to project sites across the country. Jobs needing to be done vary from project to project. All of us working together spent the first 2 days removing a challenge course which had outlived its usefulness. Timbers were removed and holes filled up. Lumber was sorted. Most was salvaged for other projects to be used later in the week. Dead trees were removed. One of the challenges was removing a teeter-totter which could easily hold a dozen or more campers on each side. It was sawn into pieces which might later be used for ramps. Getting the large and heavy pieces to the road took some thought and ingenuity. Painting is needed somewhere on most every project. The inside of the dining room, which was being remodeled, was painted determinate orange. After the painting was completed, wood trim was added. The inside and outside of one of the bath and shower houses was painted. The inside painting took several days. The outside painting took longer. The fresh paint looked great and will delight campers for years to come. In our case, the women on our team took over the painting projects. Cabin 1 needed to be made accessible. The design of the wheelchair ramp took a lot of thought. Code called for a ramp 12 feet long to accommodate the 12-inch drop from the front deck. To keep the ramp from extending into the road, an L-shape design was used. The front railing was taken off. The deck was extended 4 feet to give enough room for a wheelchair to make the needed turns. Holes for concrete post supports were dug. The supports were leveled and buried and posts installed. Deck boards were cut to size and screwed into place. Code also called for a level platform at the turn in the L, and codes called for hand railings. Once installed, their edges were rounded with a router and then sanded. It was with a good bit of pride that we looked at the finished product. Meanwhile, the painting of the exterior of the bath and shower house continued. There were some high peaks, which Jennifer tackled. The front of the retreat center needed repairing. Next on the to-do list was building a ramp at what was called the pastor's cabin. The work progressed well after gaining experience from building the first ramp. Each NOMADS project is 3 weeks long, with devotions each morning and plenty of breaks for visiting. NOMADS work Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and have Fridays and the weekends off to explore the area. On the first weekend, everyone drove to Holland, Michigan for the annual Tulip Festival. On the second weekend, we all went for a dune buggy ride at the Silver Lake State Park.
Come up, here we go!
On the Sundays, we attended the local United Methodist churches. The Centenary United Methodist Church in Pentwater provided us with Wednesday evening meals. Aside from the improvements we made, the 3 weeks made a lot of difference in our environment. While working, the deciduous trees all leafed out. Beds of ferns that were not there when we arrived had sprung forth. Daffodils had flowered and faded. 2 fawns were born on campus. All too soon, it was time to say goodbye. However, other projects await. My next 2 projects are in Minnesota and Florida. To become a nomad yourself, or to learn more about it, go to nomadsumc.org.